Before I begin my speech, I'd like to dedicate a few words to the people reading the names of all the graduates, because the success rate of correctly saying these names, first try set at a solid 0%. I hope I can help you out a bit. The names are pronounced Upasana Purupakam, Snehe Rayavaram, Marama Uchani, Ushikpriya Vedal, Manisha Manala Chalaganda, and Anagana Rayanan. Good luck with all these names. Now that we got that out of the way, teachers, family, friends, and most importantly, fellow graduates of the class of 2019, we are here. Ironman said it best. Part of the journey is the end. Today is the day when we say goodbye to the past 4 years and enter a new chapter in our lives. And what an adventure these past 4 years have been. From the literal adventure of sprinting from the back of Africa to the back of Building 4 2 minutes before class starts, to the figurative adventure of powering through an all-nighter to complete a project we really should have started 3 months ago. But through all the joy and heartbreak, through all the laughter and tears, we have emerged as the greatest class to walk the halls of Plano East. Our class is filled with scholars, athletes, musicians, actors, leaders of the community, and future members of the military. We had a FTC robotics team compete at the international level for the first time in PISD history. We became the first North Texas school to host a statewide French competition in many years. Our own Panther Prince was honored as best newspaper by the Dallas Morning News Journalism Contest. We have a culinary arts student named National Champion in restaurant service at the National Leadership and Skills Conference. And we have 2 speech and debate students named Academic All-Americans. The list of our achievements goes on and on. However, without the unending love and support of our fellow peers, teachers, families, we could not have reached where we are. We owe our achievements to those around us, to our school, to our community. So to everyone who has cheered us on for the past 4 years, thank you. But beyond looking at the past, I hope to use this speech as an opportunity to look towards the future. And if you pay any attention to the news, it seems like the future is pretty gloomy. Every time we turn on a TV or our phones, we see politicians locked in furious quarrels in Washington, D.C. We see innocent people being killed amid civil conflicts abroad. We see an impending apocalypse, an ominous prophecy filled with bigotry and hatred. Even on a smaller scale, our lives are torn apart by petty YouTube drama, Twitter feuds, Instagram wars, Twitch rivalries, MySpace. Never mind, not MySpace. But why? Why do these things happen? Well, I think I can answer the question with a story about invisible bunnies. So there were 2 people who walked down a path together, and before them were dozens of little bunnies hopping around. However, for some weird reason, these bunnies were only visible to one person who walked in a zigzag path and skipped around to avoid trampling all the bunnies. The other person, who saw no obstacles ahead, naturally walked like how a normal person would. The 2 pedestrians quickly formed unfavorable opinions of each other. The person who could see the bunnies thought that his companion was cruel and should stop trampling furry little creatures, while the person who saw an obstacle-free path thought that his companion was crazy and should learn how to walk properly. Beyond warning us of the very real possibility of invisible bunnies, this story tells us that we should fully consider other perspectives before making judgments. For if we evaluate others solely based on our intuitions and our beliefs, we will turn good people against each other. We will breed polarization and intolerance, and ultimately, collaborations collapse and conflicts commence. So how can we tear down artificial divisions and build genuine unity? Well, to me, the solution is simple, and it is embedded in the class of 2019. Fellow graduates, look around you. Look around at the perfect embodiment of diversity. All of us come from different backgrounds, and we'll be embarking upon diverging journeys. Yet despite the fundamental differences in our past and in our futures, we all share the common identity as proud Panthers. Over the past 4 years, we have transcended the confinements of our own identities. We have shared our own perspectives and absorbed new ones as different walks of lives met at an intersection called Plano East. Through this experience, we have become more aware, more empathetic individuals. But our sacred quest to understand differences does not stop here. Class of 2019, no matter where we end up, we must not forget the extraordinary collaboration at the school we came from. We must not forget how much we've learned from meeting, befriending, and knowing different kinds of individuals. We must show people outside the stadium that the diverse Plano East Senior High community can be an exemplar for the world. Now, every graduation speech that I've watched seems to include some sort of lame quote from a notable figure. So to uphold this cheesy convention, I'll end on a quote by self-taught philosopher and angry auctioneer, Eminem, taken from the song Beautiful. Feel your pain, you feel mine. Go inside each other's minds just to see what we find. Look at stuff through each other's eyes. Only then can we win with class. Only then can we change the world. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2019.